Where are they going? Good thing I wasn't flying the drone. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Free For All Friday, episode number 39. So, this week was officially the start of the busiest time of the year for me. On the calendar, it may only be the 24th of February. However, that's the only day in my mind right now. Yes, that's right. St. Patrick's Day is quickly approaching us. It's 17, 18, 19, 20... 21 days away. 21 days away till St. Patrick's Day, and 23 days away till we have a huge event in our city. So I've told you guys about this a couple of times before, but Holyoke, the town that I live in, is home to, depending on the crowd size, the second or third largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the entire United States. Yes, like I said, we go from the second place to the third place back and forth every year depending on the size of the crowd, but that's pretty crazy to think that this small city here has a huge St. Patrick's Day parade. And like a lot of you know, the club that I belong to is an Irish club, an Irish organization, and in this parade, we always have floats. So last year in the parade, it was the 100th anniversary of the Easter Rising, which is an event where Ireland separated from the North, from England, from territory, where they declared their independence, kind of like July 4th in America here. Anyways, what we did last year was we built a replica of the General Post Office located in Dublin, Ireland, and that was one of the floats, and we also had 3 other floats in the parade. I think I have a quick clip of our parade floats going down right now. Let me see if I can find it and play it. So anyways, this year we have 2 floats right now that we're working on. We have another float that we still have to tow out and begin working on. Crazy thing is we put so much time into this. We put so many hours into this event every single year. And the joke of it is that the float only goes like 4 miles. It's only for a couple of hours. But this is something that I have done every single year. My dad's been doing this since right when they began the parade, and it's just something that we continue to do every single year, and there's no stopping it yet. There's no end in sight. But other than that, there's an abundance of Irish events that are going on here in the city of Holyoke and the surrounding communities over the next 30-ish days. And pretty much kicking it off is tomorrow night. Yes, that's right, tomorrow night, Saturday night, we have our Irish night, which kind of kicks off the whole quote-unquote holy season of St. Patrick's Day in this area. So we have something like 365 guests right now scheduled, 365 tickets sold already. We have 658 pounds of corned beef ribs. We have another 400 pounds of corned beef, we have cabbage, we have carrots, we have potatoes, we have all this stuff, and right now as you're watching this, we're actually down there preparing stuff, getting it all ready so we can start cooking tomorrow and deliver this meal, because we have a lot of people that we have to feed, and we only got a short time. We're doing this, it's one night, and it's not the crew that we have here, it's not a restaurant crew. I've worked in restaurants before. We have a couple people that have worked in the food service industry, but we're not professional chefs, we're not professional waiters, but we go out there and we do one hell of a job. So in addition to that, there's also all these other things going on, like different pub crawls. We have breakfasts, like Irish themed breakfasts, where we have speakers, where, different Irish boxers. We had one guy from a couple years ago, he was one of the first officers responding when they actually caught the Boston Marathon bombers, and he was able to share his story of what happened, like right after it got, you know, declassified, debriefed, where they were able to share the story, you know, after the court system and everything like that took its course. And we also have this massive St. Patrick's Day road race, which is on the Saturday after St. Patrick's Day. There are just so many people. The streets are filled. It's a huge race, and this thing is, like I said, been going on for about the past 30 years, I believe. Hold on, I think I got a shirt that will say what year it was last year. Sure, right here. Last year was the 41st. So 2016? Yeah, so 2016 was the 41st of these road races, and this year will be the 42nd, so we'll be down there and we'll be hanging out in that area and everything. So if you guys see me, don't forget to say hello. So like I said, I'm going to be very, very busy over the next couple of weeks, almost a full month. Well, yeah, just about a full month. I'm going to be very busy, but that doesn't mean I'm going to disappear from the channel. I'm going to keep putting stuff out. I'm going to get all my other stuff done, and don't worry guys, I'm not giving up on you. But one thing that happened this week that was very sad, I don't know if it's because of the tattoo I got last week, but I don't know. So, as you know, I have the clownfish in the aquarium here, and I have the big mother clownfish up there. Well, I also had a black clownfish. Notice how I said had. About a year and a half ago, I was sitting here playing, I think it was Black Ops 3 right when it came out, and I heard a noise, like something like this. I'm like, what the heck is that? So I look over here, and you know, this towel wasn't here, and that bucket wasn't there, but on the ground was the clownfish. It had jumped out of the tank, landed on the ground, and I threw my headset down, I threw my controller down, I scooped it up in my hand, I placed it back in the tank, and I did as much as I could to cover the area that I thought it had jumped out of, so it could stop it from jumping out again. A couple months after that, it somehow found another area that it was able to escape, and it did that, and it was like maybe 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. I was just going to bed, and I heard it do it. I jumped up, grabbed it, put it back in the tank, and it was fine. So a couple months after that, we replaced the carpet with hardwood flooring up here, and everything was fine. I put the aquarium on a new stand, and flash forward to last Saturday night, I went to bed, I fed the fish, everything was fine, and I woke up Sunday morning, and I usually, before I get out of bed, I kind of roll over and just look at the aquarium. Like literally, this is, I'll wake up in the morning like this, looking up at the ceiling, and I'll turn over and look at the aquarium. And initially, I noticed something was wrong. The mother clownfish was nose first, swimming at a rock, just like swimming like that. You know, it didn't have any enthusiasm, it didn't have any spunk left in it, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, something's not right. So I start looking at the top, looking at the sides, peeking around the back. I don't see the black clownfish. The only one in there is the orange clownfish. So right away, I knew it had to have jumped out. So I grabbed the flashlight, and there it is, look on the floor. The fish was somehow had managed to jump there and then land under in the back down there. And somehow it did that during the night. I didn't hear it. Needless to say, it died. And for the next 2 days, my other clownfish just moped. Like, literally just moped around. She was so sad. I had this clownfish for about 4 years. I had originally gone to the store, pointed out one that I had wanted, and got distracted. The lady ended up grabbing one that I didn't want, but I didn't notice that until I had gotten home. I was, you know, it was very early and like redoing my aquarium and everything, so I didn't pay that much attention to certain things like that. Like I do now, I pay a lot of attention to the whole bagging process and everything of the fish. But anyways, this thing eventually colored up and looked better than the fish that I had originally wanted, and this thing lived such a long time here. The other fish I've had for about 6 years, the other clownfish, and they were best buddies. They were always next to each other, and the orange clownfish was just so sad. So I went out and I tried to find a mate for it, or a friend for it. So I found the clownfish and I went and put it in the aquarium, and this was their first interaction with each other.
Hey! No, stop.
And the best part about that was the fish store was closed at this point by time they had eventually met each other, and the guy was going to be closed the next day, so I didn't have the ability to go right back and bring the fish back. They're kind of iffy. You don't know if they're going to keep fighting, or, you know, it's either going to kill it, bother it a little, or they're going to be fine. And the fish eventually, the little baby clownfish eventually went into the back of the aquarium and was hiding there for the entire night. Everything else went to sleep. He came out a little bit, was poking around, looking around like in this area, went back into the cave, spent almost a full day back there. And I had to go down to the float at night, so what I did was I squirted some frozen food back there to see if I could kind of lure it out, you know, make sure it was eating, make sure nothing was damaged on it, none of its fins were ripped or torn or anything like that. And I didn't really see it eat that much. It kind of just hung out there. And when I got back about 4.5, 5 hours later, this is what I saw. Yeah, both of them were hanging out together right next to the clam, and that's pretty much... He just hangs out right around this clam all day long. She'll stay up there by the mushrooms, and every once in a while, come down, check each other out, hang out for a little bit, and then she'll go back there, and he'll stay there the whole time. But with that being said, that's going to do it for today's episode. It was kind of a crazy, hectic week, but... Oh, wait, one more thing. I forgot. Since there was nobody that commented that they wanted the iTunes gift card for the giveaway there, then I'm not going to do iTunes gift card giveaways anymore. I'll just do the Amazon one. And I did pick a winner for that. Check your email boxes because I sent you something. So I'm going to need your address to send you the gift card. But I'm just going to take the iTunes gift card and I'll recycle it, and I'll just use the money that was for that on another subscriber reward or subscriber giveaway in the near future. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And that's going to do it for today, guys. You enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'll see you tomorrow for Story Saturday. Peace.